And then the next game was Penn State just taking care of Southern SMU. Then right after that, Texas handled business against Clemson. And then the late night game on Saturday was Ohio State straight getting some get back. Some get back. And, you know, if you don't know, guys, I'm a diehard Michigan fan. So I enjoyed very much winning 4 games in a row. And I've enjoyed all of the just blasting and the memes and the jokes and all. I was a part of a lot of it, to be honest with you, but I enjoyed the misery of these Ohio State fans. But in the back of my mind as a football guy, I knew I had that feeling, and I had a strong feeling that Ohio State was about to come into this game and straight bust some Tennessee ass, only because I know that feeling of losing the game. Right? I know that feeling of being made fun of. I know the feeling that this Ohio State's got a great deal of pride, great deal of tradition. And when you spend a whole 2 weeks having to listen to social media and posts and memes and all these people who have a lot of shit to say, it was just going to be bad news for those Tennessee Volunteers. And I'm telling you, I kind of saw the writing on the wall when it comes to why Ohio State came out with such a energy, such an anger, and such a chip, such a chip on their shoulder. They wanted to annihilate the Tennessee Volunteers, and you saw it in their eyes, right? You saw that hunger, you saw that anger, you saw it all over their faces. They wanted to annihilate the Tennessee Volunteers, which, again, for a good reason, came from a lot of the embarrassment that we as the Michigan Wolverines caused, a lot of the heartache, all of that stuff. So that's football. So I'm really excited to see how they perform against Oregon. They really probably won't do what they did to Tennessee. They won't be doing that to the Oregon Ducks because it's just a different animal, but it will be a very competitive game. It will be a game that, again, 1 or 2 plays here and there is going to determine the winner because, in my opinion, if we're talking about talent, if we're talking about just overall talent, those are the 2 best teams on paper. Again, it's a difference between just being talented on paper versus actually winning games and having a strong nucleus in your front 7, which is why I picked Georgia to win it all. But in terms of just talent, perimeter talent, and if, you know, you can get hot here and there, or you can, you got to be susceptible. They're very much like a ticking time bomb where they can strike a big play at any moment, like a quick strike offense. Oregon and Ohio State have that type of offense to where you could blink your eye and boom, that you're down 21-0, right? So what actually happened, I'll just break down the game right now real quick when it comes to Ohio State and Tennessee. Tennessee did everything. If you go back and listen to the video I did the day before the Ohio State and Michigan game. It was like the Tuesday before. I listed 5 things that the Michigan Wolverines needed to do. One of them was do not give up the big play. All right, which led into the other one, and which was don't lose the game in the second or the first quarter. Don't lose the game in that first half, which is what Ohio State likes to do. What happened was Ohio State went up 21-0. 2 of those touchdowns were off big plays. 2 of those, in fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the third one was too. It was a long run because they had given up so many big plays. Now those DBs were back. Now those DBs were moving a little further back. And then, obviously the running game started to open up because they had already opened up the passing game and stuff like that. So what Tennessee did is they ended up pretty much losing the game earlier on, with these big plays that Ohio State could strike on you at any time.